जी। ये कोडिंग क्या होती है बायोइन्फॉर्मेटिक्स के अंदर? हैव एन आइडिया अबाउट दैट?
सर,
तो
जो मेरा ख्याल है डीएनए सीक्वेंस में जो कोड्स होते हैं हमारे पास,
हम्म।
ACTH शायद, मेरा ख्याल है वो उसको कहते होंगे कोडिंग।
जी जी, कोडान जो होते हैं ना, कोडान। कैला मियां ने हमारी इस पूरे सिस्टम के अंदर क्या किया हुआ है कि जिस तरह ये यूफून है, उनके खास कोड्स हैं, उसके थ्रू वो सिग्नल कैच करता है। इस तरह हमारी बॉडी के अंदर भी ये कोडान्स हैं जो कि हमारी बॉडी के अंदर डीएनए से आरएनए बनाता है और आरएनए से प्रोटीन बनाता है। उनकी एक खास सीक्वेंस होती है। तो इसका अंडरस्टैंड करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। ठीक है। तो अभी जब बायोइन्फॉर्मेटिक्स नॉर्मली इसको कहते हैं कि जब इंटरसेक्शन ऑफ बायोलॉजी एंड डाटा होता है, इसे या हम कह सकते हैं बायोलॉजिकल डाटा साइंस। इसके अंदर हम कंप्यूटेशनल टूल टू एनालाइज जेनेटिक कोड्स। Understanding this field is very important for understanding how DNA influence our life and organisms. How what happened to the organism when there is a different environmental condition. So bioinformatics will tell us why this happened. So that's why this code and is very important to understand what is life. So as I already told you that there are how the DNA, the information from the DNA to the individual is translated. First, DNA makes RNA, and RNA makes protein. So DNA is the blueprint of life, that with strong genetic information, and from DNA messenger RNA is formed, and this messenger RNA carry the information from DNA to ribosome, where they build a protein. The protein are building block of life. Protein is very important for essential functioning within the living organisms. As already told Khadija, that there are codons. Yeah, we have already discussed this in the class, that these are all the different codons. Three nucleotide that code for a specific amino acid. Like UUU, there is a three codon. It means that will code for phenylalanine. And similarly, agar if you have if AAU, then SN, GUU valine, GGU glycine, GAA glucamic acid, and similarly triple G is glycemic acid. So similarly, this is very important, that genetic alphabets for DNA and RNA, because they are the building blocks. And already told this in lecture that codon has triploid to their corresponding amino acids, forming a foundation for the protein synthesis. So start codon, stop codon, and all these things that we have already studied in lecture. So DNA has four base pair: adenine always pair with guanine, cytosine always pair with guanine. A and D, they both form uh, uh, double standard, and guanine and cytosine, they form triple bond. What are codons? Codons are the triplet of nucleotide that serve as a building block of genetic coding, determining which amino acids are essential to form protein during translation in the cells. So building block of protein, एक्चुअली प्रोटीन कैसे बनती है, उसके लिए देर आर कोडॉन्स। वी हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू दैट द ट्रिपलेट ऑफ न्यूक्लियोटाइड होते हैं जो कि दैट इन्फ्लुएंसेस द सिंथेसिस ऑफ अमाइनो एसिड्स, एंड विच इज एसेंशियल फाउंडेशन फॉर प्रोटीन। अगर शुरू में एटीजी होगा, उससे जो कोडान बनेगा आरएनए में, वो एयूजी बनेगा, और उससे जो प्रोटीन बनेगी वो मिथियोनिन बनेगी। और ये कोडान आपको अंडरस्टैंड करना is very important if you want to know about the basics of bioinformatics. ये अल्लाह मियाँ ने ये कैसे ये बनाई है, ये दुनिया ये ऐसे ही है कि कोडान से अमीनो एसिड्स बनते हैं, और और हर दुनिया हर ऑर्गेनिज्म के अंदर सेम सिस्टम चल रहा है. From codon to protein, the translation process converts RNA codon into a functional protein. A ribosome reads the codon, assemble amino acids, and follow start and stop signal to create a diverse protein that is essential for life. How ribosome create protein from amino acid? There are many transfer RNA that actually help in this process. There is a ribosomal RNA which is also help in this process. There is the ribosomal proteins. These are all the different players, key players that play a role in protein biosynthesis. The translation process converts RNA codon into protein. Ribosome, ribosomal RNA, ribosomal proteins, they play a key role by adding codons and linking amino acid to form a functional protein. So importance of protein. Why protein are important? Why these codons are very important that they make specific proteins? Because proteins are essential part of our life, because they play a vital role in various biological system. They act as structural component of cell membrane or many membranes, which and similarly they also act as enzymes. They influencing every aspects of life. So this is very important to understand the protein, how it is formed, what are the codons, which are helpful in making the protein, and this specific amino acid will code for a specific protein. So this is very important. So enzymes are protein because they speed up the chemical reactions. If there is no chemical reaction, there is no catabolism, anabolism, there is no energy formation, and there is no energy formation, the biological system will not work. So enzymes are very important in the functioning of the cell and overall the body. If there is a change in the protein sequence, or there is a change in the structure of the protein, the enzyme activity will be disturbed, and there will be a change in the function of the cell. Similarly, these proteins are also helpful in the structure of the protein, and they also act as a signaling molecule. Bioinformatics, they use codons and protein coding knowledge to analyze genetic sequences. It enables prediction about protein and enhance our understanding what are the biological process and how these processes can be useful in making medical applications, how these knowledge can help us to understand the function of the different plants and animals under various biotic and abiotic stresses. So, and we can devise some technologies or opportunities to understand this phenomena, and this will help the biotechnologists to use these genes to edit crops or animals, so that we can have a practical application of this bioinformatics tool. So, and then how we can explore bioinformatics tools? There are many bioinformatics tools are present. Softwares or algorithm are developed by the different scientists, different computational biologists that help us to understand what is inside the genes, how specific codes work for different proteins and different DNA, RNA, and how we can use these codes to make functional products. This is very important. So there are many software are available like TV tool, DNA seq analysis, and similarly there are many other DNA man and very other softwares that help the biologists to understand the nature of the what of the biological system. So this is a summary that DNA serves as the blueprint of life that encodes the genetic information necessary for all living organisms. It consists of sequence that ultimately translate into a functional protein. So RNA act as a messenger molecule that transcribe the information from DNA and carrying it to the ribosome for the translation. There is a code in DNA, which these codes are translated into protein through RNA. So codons are, I told you that three-letter codes made up of nucleotide, which is very important for coding the specific amino acids and building our assembly of the protein during the translation process. So it's about all about coding in bioinformatics. If you have any specific question, you can ask.